I was born in Blue Earth, Minnesota. It's the home where all four of my grandparents lived their lives, where they're buried today, where my parents grew up, went to school, got married, and my father and mother bought a farm here just outside of Truman. Went to school, grade school at St. Paul's Lutheran in Truman. I've developed friendships and connections that have lasted 45 to almost 50 years. My roots will always be in Truman, Minnesota and Blue Earth, Minnesota. That's my home. I cast my first vote in 1980 as a resident of the state of Minnesota. That was for Ronald Reagan. It was a very proud day in my life. Went to school and college at George Mason University. I had the opportunity to work for the Financial Management Service as the Director of Legislative and Public Affairs. And we ended up closing 4 check writing centers, eliminating well over 100 bureaucrat jobs, saved about $1.5 billion. We improved service to the American people. That was the right thing to do.
I've known Jim Hagedorn his whole life. He is a true Minnesotan. I really feel that he lines up with the values of the 1st District, Southern Minnesota.
I think that Jim has those small-town values, those rural values of hard work, integrity. I've seen that in the way that Jim's been working hard on this campaign. I think he understands agriculture. He's going to be a strong advocate for us, and he'll be a leader for us in Washington.
We run a family business in southern Minnesota where we employ 250 people. Obamacare has really affected our business. I've had to sit down with my employees, look them in the eye and tell them, I don't know what's around the corner for us, and I don't know what's around the corner for you. Jim Hagedorn is my candidate because he's smart, he's quick on his feet, he understands the issues. Jim Hagedorn is the best choice because Jim has been running the general election campaign since day one.
The day I entered this race is the day Tim Walz began being held accountable for his liberal voting record and how he's let the people of southern Minnesota down. That's the way we go after Tim Walz. We take it right to him. Whether it's on Obamacare, whether it's on energy policy, whether it's on the spending, I'm on the other side. I'm for repealing and replacing Obamacare. I'm for energy independence. If we don't stymie this Obama-Walz liberalism, take back our country, it'll be called the United States of America, but it'll never be the United States of America that the forefathers envisioned and fought for.
A lot of people will put on that badge and say, I'm a conservative, and and try to get the endorsement, and then pretty soon after the endorsement, they're running the other way. Jim is not that kind of guy. Jim speaks from the heart. I think that makes him an exceptional candidate.
We spent too much money, we expanded government, we got into wars of diminishing returns and did nation building. We didn't secure the border. Well, we've made mistakes, but what I've learned from that is when you hold power, you do something with it. You implement your conservative reforms.
Jim is making a connection with the voters of southern Minnesota that nobody can replace. Jim Hagedorn is the conservative to beat Tim Walz.
Jim is a better candidate because he understands what it's going to take to win. He'll take the fight right to Tim Walz. He will not back away. We need a winner. Jim Hagedorn is that winner.
The only reason you run for office is because you believe in the people and you want to make your country better. I'm out there 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. When I win, go to Congress, work with like-minded conservatives, that we can truly change this country. We can stymie the Walz-Obama liberalism and take back our country. Bring the power back from Washington, give it back to the states and the people.